beautiful bounce today. It's a very 90s move. I like it.
I feel like I do dance moves.
Yeah.
And because you're a dancer, and I feel like then you're like, it's like a this.
Oh, I name it?
Like, if to me that's almost like a pony or something weird that I was
Well,
like
maybe
doing.
a little bit of a pony. I like it, Dale. If you're listening to this as a podcast, imagine Dale dancing like a pony. The thing about a pony is that a pony never moves like that. You know when people say, like, there's the pony?
Yeah.
It's like a pony is never on one leg. Like, I guess it prances... Dressage, but it doesn't look like dressage.
That's ponies are like this.
Yeah. They like to show off, I guess?
Yeah. I'm a pony.
You're a pony,
Look
Dale.
at me, I'm a pony. I'm a showing off pony.
Hi. Welcome to Hype Night.
Welcome to Hype Night.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be back with Hype Night.
I know. It's nice. We took a little bit of a break.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody had stuff they needed to do.
Yeah, life happens.
And then it comes back.
And we come back. That's
all.
the thing about Hype Night. We always come back.
It always comes back because there's far too many women on our list.
It is so true.
We gotta keep it going. I'm having some phone issues.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know,
we have Sonia in the house who's going to be interacting with you, and Matt behind the camera. So hype to them for joining us.
Yes.
And hype to you for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah.
You may be watching us in many different places.
You could be.
Yeah.
You could be watching us
right now on Facebook Live.
Yeah, if you are. Hi.
Hello.
We're live. Maybe you're watching us on Highball TV.
Yeah.
Which is a new, cool new streaming site. If you are, hello. Please comment if you're watching on Highball.
Yes.
Let us know you're watching.
Because everything's fixed now, and you can do that.
You can do it.
You could be listening to us as a podcast on Podbean and iTunes.
Yeah.
So you could be listening to us there because some people just like to listen in their car. We know this.
I like listening. I think
too.
it's a good thing.
Me too.
Yeah. So thanks for listening.
Yeah. And then finally, you could always join our other patrons who are already following and supporting us on Patreon. You get lots of little insider fun things, including the podcast delivered directly to you. So you can go and check us out there as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if this is your first time with us, welcome. Hype Night is a show where Dale and myself, we bring on a woman that we think is amazing, and we hype her. We just celebrate all of her accomplishments.
Yeah, because we need more celebration and more wonderfulness.
Yes.
We just do.
We just do.
That's it. And sometimes Hype Night looks a little bit like this. Hey, Melissa.
Hey, Dale.
I'm going to give you like a little bit of hype.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you look wonderful in stripes.
Dale, that's really nice.
Listen, I feel like people... There's a lot of stigma on stripes.
There is such a stripe stigma.
There really is.
There really is. For real.
Like, yes. And I think that you look fantastic in stripes.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people look fantastic in stripes, but you particularly look great in stripes. I like that the stripe goes all the way down your arm, and you're rocking the stripe all the way down to the bottom.
If you're listening to the podcast, the stripe on my shirt is pink and white on a blue shirt, and it goes all the way down my arm.
All the way down to her wrist.
Described video on our podcast.
Yeah, so good for you for rocking a stripe.
Thanks, Dale.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I really like that.
Good.
I like it. I appreciate it.
That's it.
Dale, I want to say you are not Italian,
I'm not.
but I would believe you are Italian, and I think you have a special gift for having a kind of Italian attitude that I appreciate.
Thank you.
Like, you even wear a little, like, Italian, like, corno that, like, keeps the evil eye at bay.
I gotta keep the Malocchio at bay at all times.
And, you know, it's, like, way more Italian than I am, and I'm Italian. I just have a lot of respect.
Well, thank you.
For that. I don't know. I
you.
don't know if that's even hype. I don't know if we call that hype.
No,
Is that
it's
hype?
Italian hype, and I'm
I'm
take
giving it to you.
I'm gonna take
like
it.
today, you were talking about it before the show. You were like,
Yeah.
"I'm wearing my thing." I was like, "I love it."
I mean, my family grew up around Italians.
I know. I can tell.
And I love Italians. I love Italian
They
Canadians.
love you, Dan.
I love Italian Canadians. I love Italians as well, but I love Italian Canadians.
What can you
love them.
articulate why?
I don't know. There's just something like wonderful about the families and the drama and the stories and the personalities. I love it.
Wow.
I love it. I love that I've always been welcomed into an Italian home. I love it.
Well, we love you, Dale.
Yay.
I'm going to speak for all Italian Canadians.
Man, I'm taking
and
it.
say that we love you.
Yay, I'm taking it. Yay.
So that's hype, is basically that. It was a bit of a weird one tonight on my end, but it's hype all the same.
Yeah, that's all good.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Our guest tonight. Our guest tonight, I mean, she does so many things.
This is true.
And she does them all so well.
This is true. She's a multifaceted woman.
She's
really.
a writer,
Yeah, actress.
improviser. She does sketch.
Yeah, she's a writer. Did we say that?
We
already?
did say we said that already.
But like a writer,
lot.
but like a writer of like scripts, and then also like a writer of like articles and things.
Yeah, and also like her Twitter is amazing.
Yes, prolific.
She's prolific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's so prolific.
Like here and there.
And there and everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're still thrilled to have her on. So why don't we bring our guest in?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alice Moran!
Hi guys. Oh, hello. Hello, Internet.
What is up?
She's here.
Welcome to the internet.
It's my first time on the Internet. Wow.
Internet is so happy to have you, Alice.
Guys, it's like 1995 when I ran home because we got the Internet.
Man, I remember when I got the internet.
Me too.
That was a big deal.
And it took a long time to get on the internet, even when you had the internet.
Oh yeah, because like that weird phone, like that. Boop, 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 boop.
And it makes all the sounds.
Horrible. And then like, Mom, get off the phone.
Yeah.
Because you hear your mom pick up.
Yeah, and then you're like, great. Now this picture, this Deep Space Nine picture I've been trying to download for 30 minutes.
For so long.
It's ruined.
Yeah.
I didn't even get Bashir's head.
I'm just trying to find out what happens in Sailor Moon in Japan. I want to be ahead of the trends.
Yeah,
Man.
none of the things. Like, I was just chatting up that person on ICQ, and then I loved, guys, I loved ICQ, and I loved MSN Messenger. I was on those all the time.
MSN Messenger is like the most awkward part of my tween phase because that was the first time I ever chatted up anybody, and it always went so badly.
Yeah.
Just getting the courage to message a boy, "What's up?"
Yeah.
And then having him be like, "Nothing much," and me be like, "I have nothing to say to that."
Now there's nothing.
Well, but also, let's be fair. If you ask somebody what's up and they say nothing much, they're not throwing you a bone.
No,
there. Like, it's not really on
he
you.
probably doesn't. He's not into me. Probably, if he just says nothing much, he's being polite. At
Or
that
he
point.
wants you to do all the emotional labor.
Or his mom picked up the phone and he's like, Mom! All I got to say was nothing much!
He looks so boring because his mom picked up the phone. God, suck on that guy.
That's right.
Yeah, burnt.
Yeah,
We have the drink you've chosen. The drink you've chosen is a rum and coke.
Yeah, I felt, normally I'm more of a whiskey person, but this week I felt crazy.
Let's have a fun time with some rum and coke. It's, guys, I have some good music for this rum and coke. It's like a little...
Yes.
I know we're really getting into Dale pouring things, but I think we're really next leveling it with these bottles.
Yeah, Dale. Yeah, Dale.
I really hope there's some guy on the internet, and this is his fetish, be like, yeah, I love women opening bottles.
Well, if he does, he can follow our Patreon account.
If you like watching Dale pour things awkwardly on the show, join us on Patreon.
And I'll send us a note, and I'll send you a special video of me awkwardly pouring
things.
So
I love that this has become a thing, Dale.
I can't even talk and do it at the same time. I'm afraid. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So today we have Eldorado rum.
Eldorado rum.
Courtesy of Woodman Wine and Spirits.
Here, do you want me to do that? You keep pouring?
Yes.
And I'm going to do what's it called?
The Shopping Channel shot. It is a Guyanese rum. We've had it on the show before.
I'm sorry, this dance is something else.
I don't know how much of it is in the frame. None of it. I could do more, but I feel like maybe.
Is it a pony? Can you pony with it?
No, it was like a Carlton, but a lower body Carlton.
Yeah, I don't even know how I would get it in the frame, so I'm not even going to try.
Well,
basically, it's a little bit of this.
You have to fill
really
all
good.
this air while I awkwardly pour things. Now listen.
I love it.
Just because it's poured on the wonderful Florida thing here, just because it's poured and I did it awkwardly doesn't mean we can't have more.
Great.
Just know that.
Thanks, Dale.
What a weird way to
God.
torture you by drinking quickly.
Bottoms up, everybody.
All right.
Getting it done.
Cheers. Thanks for being here,
Thank you for
Alice.
having me.
This glassware is also very old, so yes, that's right. You do that too, eh?
Yeah.
Very few people.
I
do
don't
that.
I have
do
a
that.
lot
What
of
is
like
that?
drinking rules. I learned that if you don't tap it, you kill a sailor.
Oh,
Like Just Jones and Taylor.
mine's different. I heard if you don't tap it, you'll never get laid again.
Whoa! Wow! This is a bad
Consequences.
night for you. You killed someone. You're never having sex.
This show's the worst.
You're like a reverse Jane the Virgin.
Yeah, I am. Aww. Hype to Jane the Virgin.
I just
Jane the
started
Virgin.
it. I just
Oh
started.
my god, I love that show.
I'm only one episode in.
Oh, wow. You really just started
I
it.
started it and then I haven't gone back.
You're a Jane the
I need
Virgin.
I feel like maybe I need to get into it.
Yeah, listen, I'll say this about, we've talked about Jane the Virgin on the show before.
We have.
Here's what I'll say about it. I grew up watching telenovelas with my grandmother, so Italians, and I think European people, I think people in South America, telenovelas are a huge part of culture for us. So I feel like I watched a Mexican soap opera when I was a kid, dubbed in Italian with my grandmother, which was amazing. Sick. And then I watched The Young and the Restless. I basically watched every soap opera you can imagine. And so for me, just the construct of it being like a telenovela was enough for me.
Yeah, I can see
beyond
that.
all the other things I loved about it. But I think, that's not an automatic in for you, then it might take a few episodes.
It might have to grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Amanda Barker, previous guest, says never get laid by a sailor.
Oh,
is what the combination should be.
You'll never get laid by a sailor.
That's fine with me.
That can be yours.
Okay.
Kill a sailor.
Thanks,
never
Amanda.
Get laid.
That's
never
cool.
get laid by a sailor.
Never Amanda, always having our back.
I thought that was a
Amanda
warning
Barker
where she was like, never, warning, Melissa, never get laid by a sailor. And I was like, whoa.
I think isn't that just a warning? Isn't that a thing that people say? Like,
Isn't it like
don't
Fleet
believe
Week?
sailors?
Isn't Fleet Week a thing though? Don't people like abs?
Fleet
No,
Week?
isn't it? It's never sleep
Week.
with a musician. My mom used to say that to me all the time when I was a kid. And then I grew up and I was like, wait, when my mom met my dad, he was in a band. Oh, I see why this didn't work. You always say never date a musician. Date it, like, fully married to a musician is a very weird precedent to set in the house.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Wow, that's awkward.
Yeah, well,
Alice.
not wrong.
I don't know, sailors, don't you know about Fleet Week?
Like what? Sailors come in and then they have sex with you?
Yeah, they come in for a week from being on the open seas.
You described it like a weird sex Christmas, and I love it. Once a year, if you're a good little girl, a boy gets off a boat and he fucks.
That's right. Fleet Week.
There you go.
Fleet Week, yeah. It's a thing.
Well, I didn't know what it was, but when you said it in this context, that's what I imagined it meant.
Yeah, it's
there's no boats coming into Toronto that anyone had to scare me about having sex with a sailor. Like, that wasn't my fear.
You didn't go to John's restaurant.
No.
Basically, all of my knowledge of Fleet Week comes from the musical On the Town from the 1950s and Sex and the City.
Sex and the City was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So Amanda Barker outed me just a second ago about that I didn't watch Sex and the City. I haven't. I've watched one episode.
And she never went back.
And I never went back. I gotta be honest. It didn't connect to me.
That's okay, Dale.
It's okay.
Dale, you never have to feel shame about the television shows that you started and never went back to on this show.
Let's talk about Deep Space Nine.
Listen, I like Deep Space Nine. I haven't gone back because I know I'm going to go down a rabbit hole.
Season 3 and on.
Deep black hole of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
It's not really
wonderful.
a thing. Listen, someone's going to lecture me now about what black holes really are. I get it. I understand. My husband is a giant science geek. You don't have to explain it to me.
Wow.
And I love him for it.
That's fair.
No, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Alice, welcome.
Thank you for
So happy to have you
Welcome.
here.
Usually we start with the best part of your day.
Yeah.
Look. I caught up on Riverdale.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know why I'm still watching Riverdale.
Can I tell you?
I am obsessed with whatever is happening in their writer's room because it's bonkers. The show is bonkers. The main, there's a gangster from Montreal named Papa Poutine. Already that's bonkers.
That is bonkers.
His son is named Small Fries. What's happening?
It's amazing. That's amazing.
Then Papa Poutine comes to Riverdale. He yells for so long, being like, can they make me a poutine when I am in Riverdale? I cannot go a single day. Then he yells at Pop for not making a good poutine. Also, maybe my favorite part is that he is not French Canadian. That's fine. There are a lot of people in Montreal who are not French Canadian.
That's right.
Sure.
But he pronounces Montreal the way Americans do.
Like
so
Montreal?
he's like, "Hey, back in Montreal."
Oh, Montreal.
And he just keeps saying it, and it's just so glaring that he's not from there.
I have to say, and this is true, it's not just a joke, I have watched one episode of Riverdale.
And never went back.
I never went back.
Dale, I'm going to join you in the I watched one episode and never went back for Riverdale.
But now that Papa Poutine is around,
I know.
I'm kind of thinking maybe I should just jump
think so,
in.
too.
I feel like the writer's room at this point is maybe having a how crazy can we get? Because there's a character is in a grave mortal peril and like, well, they're gonna die. There's nothing they can do. They're a small girl. And then she disappears and then she returns in a new outfit, which is a red cape and with, like shooting arrows. So she had time to go get her quiver, notch an arrow, but also change her outfit.
As you describe this, it makes me want to watch this.
I thought it was based on Archie.
It is, and it's not.
And it's not. Well, have you watched? If you've watched an episode, it doesn't feel like
just
Archie.
looked rainy and
Jughead
people
almost
were
never
jars.
eats burgers. Like, ever. His main thing is burgers, and he never eats them. How?
Maybe, guys, maybe it's really subversive and we haven't really figured out the subversion yet. Like, there's a long game of how they're going to subvert.
Did you watch the one, One Tree Hill?
Nope.
Okay, One Tree Hill has a scene where, like, clearly the writer's room had gone off the deep end, and a character desperately needs a heart transplant, and he's, like, in the hospital waiting to get his heart, and then, like, a man, for some reason, has a dog in the hospital. Already weird. And then someone trips over the dog's leash, and they were carrying the heart, and the heart spills out onto the floor. And then the dog takes the heart and runs away. And then Chad Michael Murray looks at his dad like, you should have known a dog was going to eat your heart, old man. And I feel like Riverdale started where One Tree Hill ended. Because One Tree Hill just went off the rails.
One Tree...
Okay, sorry. How is
what One
Riverdale...
Tree Hill was about?
How are you saying, how did that go off the rails and Riverdale has not yet?
No, Riverdale is fully off the rails.
It started off the rails.
It started, like, immediately.
Okay.
You're like, what's happening here?
Right.
But in a way that I can't stop watching.
Yeah, sure. Though, I mean...
I would, yeah. I'd be completely
I will say
about
this,
that too.
former guest Amanda Barker, we did watch an episode of Riverdale with Amanda and Marco, and we want to go back. Like, we did have a feeling of, like, maybe this is a show we watch that we just kind of make fun of the whole time, but also enjoy it. You know those shows?
Yeah, that's what it is. I feel like it's
Yeah,
like you have 2 glasses of rosé, and you're like, all right,
Riverdale.
what happened to
That's a
Cheryl
mess.
Blossom this week?
That's a mess.
Come to me, Papa Poutine.
Just a very, very... And then the whole season 2 is about a serial killer. Like, it's really...
Poutine.
Papa Poutine is like a side bottom character.
Dale still can't grasp Papa Poutine.
Nobody can. It's an insane choice.
But like it's a nickname, right?
Yeah, but he's like a mob boss that everyone's terrified of, and they're like, ugh, Papa Poutine. And you're like, that's
not a mob boss name.
yeah.
That's like a
And then his
that's
son-
like a mob boss name in Goodfeathers, the show on Animaniacs.
Should I just,
like it's an animation?
Should I just, like, leave? I feel like I should just, like, go. I don't know what's happening anymore.
That's what happens when Alice is around.
That's all right.
Amazing tangents happen, and you're like, where am I? But you're better
what?
for it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you my favorite part of my
do
day.
it.
Is that
Yes.
where we are?
Yeah.
Best part of my day. Best part of my day, I don't usually, this is a little bit, I did a record today, a voice record today.
Yeah.
And I was in the booth for about 15 minutes and got it done and walked out.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Oh,
And you
that's
know
good.
what? I was like, it just was really good, guys. It was just really good. It was like 2 spots, done.
We believe you.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
And I also felt like I got my true, like, stand and stare at the corner quietly and not get involved in whatever's happening. Because sometimes when you do, like, a voice recording, you're in a room by yourself with headphones on, but they don't let you hear what they're talking about. So then they're talking in their own world. So you could watch that drama. You could watch that.
You should.
But you shouldn't.
No, you
really
shouldn't.
But I often watch, and today I was like, no, you know what you're going to do? You're going to look at this sweet-ass wall right here. It's just so much wall.
It's a lot of walls in there, guys.
I looked at the
Like
whole
an acoustic,
wall,
like a padded acoustic
wall.
wall.
Non-stop wall.
Looked at that acoustic wall, and then I left. It was great.
Well done, Dale.
It was really the best part of my day. It's truly wonderful.
It's
Yeah,
great.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. Best part of my day was really simple. It was just sitting out in the backyard with Matt and Sonia, who are in the studio with us today,
Ooh.
in the beautiful weather in Toronto that was happening, eating a salad that I made. That was like a really like hearty, nutritious salad, and I was like, this feels really nice.
Did it have an egg
that's
in
good.
it?
It did not. The salad was, I'll tell you.
Yep, please.
It was cucumber,
Okay.
red pepper,
Okay.
tomato, avocado,
Yeah.
and feta, and then just like
Was there a leaf?
A
or no leaf?
vinaigrette. No, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
like a kind of Greek salad with some avocado in it.
All right, yeah.
And I was just like, this feels like the best ever.
You know what? More hype to you, extra hype for you because your backyard looks great.
Oh, thanks, Dale.
Yeah, with your
That's
plants
nice.
and stuff.
Yeah, we did some planting.
Yeah, it looks good.
I love this time of year when
It's
like
really good.
finally the weather
Yeah.
is like you just want to sit outside.
Yeah, and then in a month we'll all be like, kill me. The
Yeah,
sun is
it's
beating down.
yeah, exactly.
I'll never
I'm
complain about the
melting.
heat.
No.
No, I'll never complain
I
about
do.
the heat. Never.
I'll
I
complain
do.
about the heat. I don't care how cold it gets.
Really?
No. I mean, I grew up just outside of Edmonton, so
Right.
it's never, when people are like, it's cold out, I'm like, haha.
But that's a dry cold, isn't it? Isn't that what everyone says? When I was in Alberta, it was like everyone was like, "Yeah, but it's a dry cold." Like that's the punchline.
that's Alberta trying to talk it down. It's a nightmare, but it's a nightmare you get used to.
Right.
So it's never, we have maybe 5 days that are terrible Toronto weather in winter, I feel like. Maybe 5 where the snow is a pain in the ass.
Yes, I would agree.
There are no such thing as snow days in
No,
Edmonton.
yeah.
Like that, they filmed the movie Snow Day right on my street, and that's how I found out that other places have snow day, and I was so upset. It's such an upsetting thing.
Because you don't get it.
Yeah, because but the only time I got a day off school growing up is it was like minus 40 and our car wouldn't start, so my parents couldn't get me to school. But then I got to school the next day, and apparently everyone in my class had made it to school, and they all made fun of me for having pussy Ontario parents who didn't know how to get me to
That's
school.
You gotta get a block heater. Did your
God.
parents get a block heater
You
after
know
that?
what? No, they didn't, because they're pussy
You gotta get a
Ontario
block heater in that
parents.
Mazda,
Dale.
man. Get that
God,
block
Dale.
heater in that car.
Yes.
It's a real life. It's a real
Plug that
life.
block heater right in. Get that block heater.
I don't even know what a block heater heats, but I know that there's block heaters out there.
You sound. I
don't
gotta
know.
say, I gotta give you hype right now. You could sell anything because I fully believed you knew everything about block heaters there was to know right now. If someone needs someone to be in a commercial about block heaters, here's your gal.
Don't cast me. I don't know what they are.
I
Here's
don't
what I
either.
know. A 1997 Mazda Presidia in Waterloo needs a block heater. That's what I
A
know.
Mazda Presidia.
And that bitch ain't gonna open in the winter. So you gotta go through the trunk and crawl through the back seat to get in that car.
Presidia sounds like an amazing name for a girl that you feel immediately bad for.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, poor
Presidia Smith.
Yeah, this is my daughter, Presidia.
Oh.
It's pretty upsetting.
Does she smile?
Never.
She tries to.
Poor Presidia.
And then-
well, you
yeah.
also notice you just never see a Presidia anymore.
No,
like they're all
never
just
do.
gone. It's like it didn't happen.
I don't even remember that there was a Presidia ever.
Here's the other weird thing about a Presidia. It had a little button in the back seat that said touch. And I was like, what is this button that says touch? It doesn't make any sense. And the idea is when you get out of the car, you touch it, and then you don't get like static from riding in the car.
What?
Is that
Okay.
a problem? I don't know.
Apparently, touch.
There's a reason why that's not in any other car but the Presidia.
Yeah,
they
'cause
were
That
like,
seems like
this didn't
one
work.
person's very specific problem.
Yeah.
Do we have the touch button? I got a shock when I left this car.
Yeah.
It ruined my life. I have had such a life of pleasure. This
This
one
house
shock
static.
is truly the worst thing that's
Wow.
ever happened
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was a pretty exciting
Those are good,
series
yeah.
of
Very
like
exciting.
best part of the day.
I'm going to quickly tell you the hype rules.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, hype rules. Take your praise because it's coming.
Yep.
You're going to get it in a minute.
Oh god.
Not
Good at this. Gonna have a hard time.
Everyone
Number
feels
two,
that way.
if we get anything wrong, you just correct us. You just let us know.
Don't be shy.
And if there's anyone else wonderful to hype, we hype them as we go along.
Yeah.
Great. Love
Yeah,
it.
that's great.
Let's do
Cool.
it.
Sweet.
Let's do it. So, yes, you're very prolific.
Oh my goodness.
That's that can be both like a positive and a huge burn.
No, I don't think it's a
No,
burn.
no,
I don't think
no.
it's a burn because lots of people can lay on the couch and go, I don't do anything. That's it.
My favorite
That's
thing-
the opposite of being prolific.
Yes, that's who we would burn, not you.
Yeah.
I will say this. I love when I get messages from you that are like, hey, I wrote this script, full screenplay, and I'm kind of stuck and I don't know what, can you read it? And I read it and I'm like, this is fantastic. And you just like self-motivated were like, I'm just going to write this screenplay. Like, I don't think you know how many people don't do that.
Yeah, but it's not like I wouldn't describe it as like a positive experience where like I did it like a schedule. It was probably I was up for 4 days, just sweating and like eating
yeah.
garbage.
Oh yeah, listen,
It's not easy.
Not good.
It's
No.
never pleasant. You never want anyone to witness what it is to
If
birth
anyone
that
saw me as
screenplay.
in a full writer mode, I don't think I would. Like, I don't know how to show. Like, I don't know how to, in a relationship I'm going to be able to introduce them to that facet, because there's like me where I wear clothes and shower, and then there's me, a gremlin who's only eaten McDoubles for 4 days.
But I've like marathon eaten them, because I don't know about you, but when I'm writing, I'm like, I have to write. What can I eat? Like, all I want to do is eat.
just Uber Eats stuff.
I've just turned
and-
into a coffee drinker.
Like,
I've
oh,
turned
yeah.
into that
If there
person.
was an Arby's in the city of Toronto, I guarantee you, exclusively breakfast, lunch, dinner, beef and shed, beef and shed, beef and shed, just right into my
I can't
veins.
believe that there aren't any more Arby's in Toronto.
I can.
Fucking what the
can?
shit, Toronto? No, I'm sorry.
I'm getting so much
sorry.
shade right now from both of you.
Taco
Steamed
Bell,
bun?
KFC, garbage. You cannot possibly tell me
yeah. No,
that
no, fair.
Arby's is worse.
Listen, I'll tell you this about Arby's.
Steamed
I've
bun.
never eaten at Arby's because I cannot handle the like commercials. When I was a kid,
Meat
I was
crap?
so traumatized by the beige meat. Like, to me, it was like, what is this gray meat that they want me to eat?
It's sweet and skinny.
Yeah,
And
it's like
so good.
I'm certain it comes in some type of bag that's boiled or something.
I can't. I can't.
It's
It's
so
like
good.
budding. If you'd like the opportunity to try it, get a bun, steam it, and put like budding meats.
Oh, budding meats. Oh, I've had
That's
budding
basically
meats.
what it is.
But isn't budding meats like mostly just bologna?
It's honestly, it's roast beef. I think.
There's different types. You can have, Black
Like,
Forest ham.
I
You
like
can have chicken.
bologna.
No, I don't even think they have bologna. I don't even think they have bologna in
But
butter.
I think it all tastes like, I'm sorry, I just want
No, Arby's taste. It's like very sweet beef.
Sweet bologna.
Okay. I don't know. I just
cheddar
I like
sauce.
Listen, I love fake cheese. I will eat any fake cheese you give me. I love fake cheese, but the gray meat scared me. I think as a kid I was just like, what
is
is
gray,
this thing
but-
you want to serve me? But I haven't, to be fair, I haven't eaten it, so I can't speak to.
Oh, it's my jam. I love it more than anything. It's the main reason in the years that I was like vegetarian hardcore, we would go to a town with an Arby's and I'd be like, secretly would have a shame eat at an Arby's being like, I'm a vegetarian, but actually not.
Honestly, I haven't had beef in 20-something years, and for the first 10 years I would think about Arby's. It's the only thing I would think about.
This blows my mind that Arby's has this kind of cult following.
There's something wrong with it. It's great.
It's too good to be real.
Like, they put something in it that's
I don't
like,
know.
It's
just
sweet.
so good. And Arby's sauce and horsey sauce?
Yes! It's
okay.
also just sugar
Also,
sweet.
why do you call it horsey sauce? It's really a problem. If you want me to get behind this gray meat sandwich, you can't give me something called horsey sauce.
You know what?
Because all I'm thinking about is dressage.
Can you
I'm
come
just
down
thinking
to my
about-
level? Just come down a couple of pegs to where I live.
Okay.
Horsey sauce rules.
What is horsey sauce?
It's like a creamier horseradish.
Oh. Okay, see, horseradish sounds like a thing I would eat because it has the word radish in it. So I'm ignoring the horse part. But horsey is just a name for someone's pet horse.
It's cute horseradish. It's cute.
Is it cute? Does it look
It's
cute?
not spicy, go up your nose ugh.
Right. Oh, it's like
Yeah,
milder.
It's milder. It's creamier.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little watered down as a
I don't really like
horseradish.
horseradish anything. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
okay,
that
so it's not
horsey
your jam.
sauce is almost different.
No, what you do is you go to the food court, you get an Arby's roast beef sandwich, then you go and you get nachos that you dip in cheese and you use the nat cheese and you put it on
Oh,
it.
that's good.
And then you eat it. And I know that they have their own pump cheese. I know this, but for some reason I want the other pump cheese on it.
Yeah, see, when I was in
Nice.
Winnipeg last time I was in Winnipeg, I would go to Polo Park Mall. I would get a beef and shed and then a bunch of extra packets of Arby's sauce.
Yeah.
And then I'd go to Taco Time, get their tater tots covered in random garbage, add that Arby's sauce, and then
On
just,
the tater tots?
yeah, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
just like
okay. That I could get
really
behind.
lean into the fact that I've given up on so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you had me at tater tots.
Look, Taco Time, another
Tater
thing. that I'm
tots are
like,
the
yo, why
greatest,
doesn't
man.
that come this way?
Go to Sonic, drive your car to Sonic.
Yeah, tater
Get
tots. are
tater
amazing.
tots.
There's a place
And a dollar
in
sundae.
Toronto called Broncos that is near King and or Stafford area, Massey, Strong.
Oh, okay.
and they have a menu of tater tots. And you can get like tater
Great.
tots with cheddar sauce, tater
great.
tots with like highly recommend. It's a
great.
really fun place.
Oh, I'm into
It's
it.
great.
Yeah.
It's
So
great.
into
Yeah.
it.
I feel like I have to say something about you. 'Cause
Yeah, we have to. So this is what happens.
talk
is
about
because-
Arby's
okay,
forever.
all right. Say something about Alice.
So you
Jill.
did Canadian improv games. That was your into improv.
Yeah, that was my first start with
That
it.
was how you started. So you did like the team and the whole.
Yeah, our team was never the winningest team.
Okay.
But we always thought we were the funniest, but we never did good narrative work.
Okay.
We were just too excited to do jokes, and we would like ruin a scene for jokes.
Yeah.
All the time, especially this one thing you have to do every tournament called the life event, where that's you're trying to act so hard, and teens acting so hard is already the funniest.
Yeah.
Because every time a teen tries to give stakes to the scene, it'll be like, my dad's dying, and also I didn't get into Queen's University. You're like, and it's always I didn't get into Queen's. I don't know why that was. I guess that's what when you're 16. What's
Yeah.
the worst thing you could think about? Not going to Kingston for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so our team would always be trying to do these very serious scenes, and we couldn't stop ourselves from like a shitty pun. Like it'll be like, Dad, I'm dying, and then someone would just be like, whackity schmackity doo. Like, could not stop themselves from doing jokes. And then we'd just dissolve into giggles and, not win.
Well, listen, it's still a skill
Yeah.
hitting those puns.
Hey, I love a pun. I'm never gonna begrudge anyone using a
Oh.
pun.
I
Even
didn't
when
do
it's bad.
Canadian
We
improv
couldn't-
games.
It,
I didn't go
Neither.
that road.
It was
at all.
it's like a weird. It was weird and great. Like going to the camp in Regina was super cool because they have a camp just north of Regina where like all kids from across the country who like improv go, and then you're just like, this is the first week of my life I've been popular because in my own school I'm
No,
a
but really,
nerd,
though.
but
Yeah,
here I'm like
no, I get that.
the coolest.
Yeah.
That was like music camp for me in high school. It was like went to like a music camp and it was like, oh, people like me here.
Yeah, it
I
was
like
a
I have like
weird-
I find my people.
I went to
suddenly.
United Nations camp.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's awesome.
I'm a global citizen.
Not me.
Me neither. I like learned how to like play dance songs on the piano. Like
I-
dun, 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 dun. That's what I
That's
did.
not
Yeah, I learned to mime things. Okay, decently.
Dale, you're winning right now.
Yay.
Dale's winning.
Boutros, Galley.
Boutros, Boutros. You started working at the Second City like real young. You were like 18?
Yeah, I started understanding their educational company, which is
So
like it was
awesome.
like in that day it was like Main Stage, Turco, Edco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was when I finally started getting to write things, it was this weird thing where I pitched something and nobody would laugh. But because I was the same age as the kids we were
Yeah.
performing for,
Yeah.
when I would get to try it, it would destroy.
Yeah.
It was a very weird time in my life.
And everyone's
Yeah.
like, do you know how hard it took me to get into Edco?
And I'm just like, I'm a
You're
teen.
like, I don't know,
I'm
I'm
here.
here.
Here's my premise about, when you're trying to make out with someone, but you got to take your retainer out, so you try to do it sexy. And it's like that was what I'd be pitching, and people were like, that's not a thing that happens. Like that is 100%
You're like,
a thing.
I just did
Hundo
that.
P.
I
just
just
did
this
that.
is me
Yeah.
trying to get blowies. I have to take out my retainer, and it sucks.
I did an improv show with you when you had to have been 18.
Oh, and I had an unfortunate. I tried to cut my hair to be like Audrey Hepburn, and I do not have the bones for it.
I don't remember that.
Oh.
That I do not remember.
When you look at photos, you're just like, who is that unfortunate urchin boy?
So some of your Second City stuff you did was Shit My Mayor Says.
Yep, that was one of our shows.
Yep.
That was like right when Rob Ford got elected.
Yeah.
And we,
Yeah.
like, the Second City would always come down like, you have to do a sketch about this. And it was like, so many sketches about Rob Ford. And like, what else can be said at this point?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we
Well, that
get
was
it. He's the worst.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the same time because we had Second City for Mayor at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
they were happening. Yeah.
Yep.
Dysfunctional Holiday Review, which was
Yeah.
great. Are we there yet? And Vampire
Vampire
Campfire.
Campfire.
That
Are they
is-
still doing it?
I think they're still doing it.
Oh,
And I was like
cool.
one of the original writers of that. And it's very weird to see it go. Also because I wrote a character that now I wouldn't have written for myself because in retrospect I shouldn't have written. Like I wrote a character who was a chupacabra and I was like, yeah, I wanna play this character. And then like now I'm like, I shouldn't be drawing on what is the Hispanic community's like culture.
Right.
But then it ended up being a lovely thing because they ended up having to cast Hispanic women to play my part, even though it was originated by the
Well,
whitest
listen.
girl of all time.
Hey, well, that's a good example of it, like, turning stuff around.
But like
That's
I
good.
should have done it, but I remember I just didn't want it. They're like, be a ghost, and I was like, ghosts suck. I want to suck on goats.
Aww.
Because the chupacabra
will
sucks
say-
goats.
Yeah.
I will say, there's a Turco show, I think it's Turco right now, and a role that I played on main stage, that I originated on main stage, is now being played by Fat Al, and it is so much more appropriate that he is doing it than I ever did. I was always like, ugh.
Well,
like
like,
writing it at the time, I was like, this is great, and now looking back and it's like, I don't think that
There's
was
a lot of
happening.
stuff I did 10 years ago
Yeah.
that I look back at and I'm like, yikes.
Oh, yeah, me
that
too.
needs more appropriate casting, and he is definitely a more appropriate cast for that spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. I think
Yeah.
a lot of things too that I wrote that were satirical, that at the time I was like, I'm the right person to make this statement. Now I'm like, I am not the right
Whoa.
person. And
Yeah.
like, now that's for some other people to make that statement.
Yeah.
And things have really shifted quite quickly, which I think is great.
Yeah.
But it does mean you look back on your writing and go, oh.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bits I look back on that I would never ever do now. That I'm like, oh, God, I hope that never hits the internet because I'm going to have some splaining to do.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can say is, I'm sorry, I didn't
I
know.
think
I
that's
learned,
it.
Yeah, I
I'm
think-
learning and I'm trying to listen.
Yes.
And I think that's it. I've decided, because I've thought at great length about this, because I have a lot of comedy that's out there over the last 15 years, 20 years, and I've thought about it because I'm like, it's mine. I will own it. I'm not trying to cover it up. And I apologize for whatever. Like,
Well, it's also just like-
it just is what it is.
I
like,
think
yeah.
there was this weird, and like a lot of people still have this opinion, but this idea of like, yeah, if I'm being offensive, I'm doing comedy right. And then I just look at that now and I think, if my job is to make people laugh, why am I making part of our audience so upset? And I've been to so many shows where people are doing material that, look, if you're doing a rape joke, 1 in 4 women in your audience is like, oh, this is hyper personal to me, and
Yeah.
yes, you have the right to say it, but why are you saying it? So I think that was a big shift in like my early comedy versus the comedy I am trying to do now. Is I don't want to do comedy that makes anybody feel terrible about themselves. I try, even on tweets, I try to stay really, really positive, even when it's like people are being hateful towards me. I try to just respond with, whatever's making you hateful, I hope that in your life gets nicer, and I hope you have a good day. I don't want anyone to feel badly. I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
I came into this to do nice things, so I don't want to be like, hey audience, fuck you, and here's all the reasons, fuck your dead grandparents, la 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 la. Like, I'm not here
I
to do
should
that.
be doing dead grandparent.
Oh,
no.
Guys, we're learning a lot.
thought
Dale
it was
learned
safe.
about Fleet Week and about dead grandparent jokes.
Fuck.
It's a heavy episode for you,
It
Dale.
is a
but-
heavy episode for me. Oh no.
I will
it's a big
say,
learning week.
I will say this. You created a sketch for Second City on the interwebs, which we are currently on, and it makes me laugh. Like, I've watched it many times, and it always makes me laugh. And it's called Hogwarts. Which house are you? And if you're a Harry Potter fan, really, you have to watch the
If you're a
sketch.
Harry Potter fan, you've probably
seen it because it was on YouTube, but then it was also on Topless Robot, The Huffington Post, CBS News, Time, and it was highlighted in College Humor's 2011's Year in Funny.
If I could go back in time, I would have learned to do a British accent before filming that sketch.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No. I actually thought, just to say, while I was watching it, I was like, I love this, like, British accent she's doing that is, like, it was, like, perfect for that sketch.
That's
what I thought.
That was the
It's-
sketch I pitched for Edco, that when I first pitched it, it was, no, that's not funny. And then we kept we kept trying to put different blackouts in, and they weren't working, and then one week our director wasn't there, and our amazing stage manager, Meg McGuire, let me try out my blackout, and it got like a standing ovation from a group of 13-year-olds who were like, yes, finally someone's saying it. Hufflepuff is a stupid house. Like, speaking to my generation, and other people, you're worried about war, you're worried about crime. We're concerned about Hufflepuff. They're literally described as the rest in the second book.
The rest.
Like, the Sorting Hat is a song, and it literally
Yes.
described. I know that they're loyal and hardworking, but in the second book, the Sorting Hat's like, Helga Hufflepuff just says, I'll take the rest.
I want to say this. I love the sketch. I also love Hufflepuff.
I do
As a Harry
too.
Potter fan, I think Hufflepuffs are so important to the world. of like Harry Potter and also like that character trait in the world.
Yeah.
But I also think it's hilarious to make fun of them because they are treated in the books like that, like the
They're
rest.
cannon fodder.
Yeah,
like
totally.
the most notable Hufflepuff
Yeah.
is Cedric Diggory, who dies. And I don't know if you've read the play that came out, but it implies that if he didn't die, he would have become a Death Eater because he's a shitty piece of garbage.
Oh, Cedric.
Like, these are like...
Spoiler alert for the play,
Sorry.
everybody. It's okay.
So, like, the one Hufflepuff that you're like, yeah, you're like, and then the other one, I guess, is Tonks, who also dies.
Oh, yeah, Tonks. R.I.P. Tonks.
It's just, Hufflepuff is, I mean, I love them, but JK,
I
give
love
them
that
something.
somebody recently, I think it was Sarah Hillier, posted that someone was talking about, like, why is it that Neville Longbottom wasn't a Hufflepuff? And I was like, and I commented, and I was like, I think about this often. And I think it is because, and Matt has this whole theory that it's like, the reason why is because Neville needed to be put in a position where he could see his own bravery, and then that's why he got put in Gryffindor. But in a way, you're like, Neville Longbottom is kind of like the quintessential idea of what you think a Hufflepuff is.
Well, and Hermione is what you think a Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw is,
like,
yeah.
It's very interesting which houses they got sorted into.
Yeah, just to geek out a little bit on the Harry Potter. But that sketch is brilliant. It's had over 3 million views. That's amazing.
There is some agreement happening. Marco Timpano agrees with all of your Hufflepuff statements.
He does not like,
Thank
we
you,
found
Marco.
Hufflepuff. Yeah.
And David Shore is calling out Marco as a Hufflepuff. So that's also happening.
Wow. It's getting
there
real.
you go.
It's getting real online, everyone.
I did the Pottermore sorting thing, and every
Yes.
time I got Gryffindor, and then one day I was in a really bad mood, and I took it, and I got Slytherin, and I was like, oh my god.
We have a friend who got Slytherin who was, like, mortified that she got Slytherin, to the point where, like, if we would bring it up, she would stop the conversation. She'd be like, I don't want to talk about it. I did the one where it gives you percentages, and I was Gryffindor, but then, like, very close second was Hufflepuff.
Oh, I would have thought you were more Ravenclaw.
No, but I get why I'm a Hufflepuff, and I was like, no, I see that I am a Hufflepuff. I'm not really into, like...
I don't know.
Anyway.
What do you think I would be, guys?
Dale.
I won't be
Honestly,
offended if you
I
say
think I'd
Hufflepuff.
be Slytherin.
Yeah, you could be a Slytherin.
Isn't that the bad people? Aren't those the bad
no,
ones?
they're the ambitious
they're not.
ones.
They're like they're cunning, ambitious, and they're great planners. Slytherin can be great.
Yeah, I'll be a Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, there are lots of people who I think RuPaul would be a Slytherin.
Oh, Rue.
I love RuPaul.
I love RuPaul.
Because Slytherin's all about being like, it's me, and I'm like, that is all of RuPaul's Drag Race is it me.
Yeah.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race.
Me too.
I love it so much.
I love it so
It's
much.
a great show. And RuPaul is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, I've never seen an interview, a conversation, anything with him where I haven't been like, you are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best. Just amazing.
Yeah. He's the best.
We're all in
like
agreement.
RuPaul. So you've done, as we said, so many things. So you've done all kinds of Bad Dog and like all kinds of shows at Bad Dog and Second City. You you've worked twice with Broadway director Jim Moran. You co-wrote and starred as Tasha Wood in the original cast of Spank.
Which was a parody of 50 Shades of Grey.
Spank.
And it marks the weirdest, like, year and a half of my life, I feel
You
like.
traveled a lot.
I traveled a lot. And
Yeah.
the show is a parody of 50 Shades of Grey, and I play a virgin who has sex with a billionaire and is like, am I in love with him? What is love? And the book is terrible, and I got paid to read it, to write that show, and
That's cool.
my now comedy writer partner, but then we were just kind of like, ooh, are we going to be friends? John Blair and I were just texting each other so much as we were reading it, being like, did you get to the part where he pulls the tampon out of her? Like, it's a nuts
I have not read this book.
Oh, there is a scene.
I've seen Spank, which was so fun.
No, but there was a scene where he, like, they're gonna have sex and she's like, I'm on my period. And he's like, don't worry about it. And just, like, pulls the tampon out.
Fuck is
and
wrong?
then throws it at the wall. No. And then it's described, like, just, like, gelatinously rolling down. And then they have sex. And
I didn't know that's what that book was about. I thought that book was about getting, like, whipped and fucked.
Okay, first of all, it never
bit
gets
it
that
is.
much. Like, it never gets to actual BDSM. It's just like, kind of light.
It's like a Danielle Steele novel with, like, a little bit of, like, hair pulling, isn't it?
He spanks her a little. The first time he spanks her, she goes, no, I don't want this, and then walks out, and that's the end of the book.
I don't
a lot of
understand.
build up. And it's like, it's so much build up before they have sex. It's
Doesn't she, like, come
so
a
much.
bunch?
Yeah, her
Over
first
and
time she has
over and
sex,
over?
she comes a whole bunch. Also, the thing that I find very interesting about it, the thing that I was obsessed about, is how much he got her consent. Like, there's just, like, pages and pages of, he's like, a lawyer drafted this contract, and these are the parameters of us having sex, and if you, and she's like, Section 8 butt stuff, I'm gonna have to take that out, and he's like, can I, and then she's like, nope, it has to come out. Like, they literally negotiate the terms of the sex, and then at one point she's just like, I should tell you I'm a virgin. He's like, before we go any further, I must deflower you. And then,
oh my god,
it's very weird. But very weird. In a weird way, I'm like, I guess it's great that he really makes sure she knows what she's getting into.
Yeah, like tons of
like,
consent.
There's no way that contract is binding. Like, what is this contract? Other than just being like, hey, these are the fucked up things I want to have happen. Don't ask about my past, because it's crazy.
You know, the other day I was on the streetcar, and I listened to two people basically make that contract.
Really?
Yeah, I listened to two people talk about all the things that they will and will not do when they start dating, and how they would...
like, just sexual things, or like other things?
No, all the sexual things and the places where he was allowed to go and stuff. And me and this stranger woman just looked at each other like... Are we listening to this? Yes, we are. Well, and her and I will always have that moment, because it's an impossible conversation to ever forget.
Yeah. One time, my
50
friend...
Shades of Grey on the streetcar.
One time, on the streetcar, a friend of mine showed up at an acting class and was like, I was just on the streetcar where a woman was on the phone and as loudly as possible was like talking to her doctor and was like, what? Chlamydia? And then, like, tried to spell chlamydia, but chlamydia, but, like, the whole streetcar could hear it. It's, like, streetcar conversations, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it is a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
And I'm, like, always on, you know, when you're like, oh, so many weird things. Maybe just something is always happening on a streetcar, but I feel like it's always mine. Like, it's like... A man shits on the streetcar, he gets off the streetcar, then the streetcar driver comes back again and says, who shit on the streetcar? Who did it? Who shit? And we're like, the guy is, and then he goes, well, this streetcar is out of order now. Get off. And we're all like, well, I don't want to be on it. So this man shit on the floor. Who did it?
Oh my god.
Well,
amazing.
It's out of order.
Dale, I will say this. The weirdest things happen to you.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Other time on the streetcar, man comes up to me, goes, bleh, in my face. I'm like, then he takes a whole Snapple, opens it, takes the whole thing, opens it, drinks the whole Snapple in my face, turns around, pulls his pants down, and winks his dink at the woman across from me. And you know what? I know he wanted to wink his dink at me. I know he did, but he didn't get a rise of that Snapple.
Oh my god,
I saved myself on that one. And then I went up to the front and I was like, sir, to the driver, I was like, sir, there's a man winking his dink back there.
Winking his dink. Now winking.
He winked his dink. Like this.
Oh my god. Like he moved his dink around.
Yeah.
I was at Just for Laughs in Montreal last summer, and it was like 2 a.m. So obviously I'm at Le Belle Provence getting a poutine with a bunch of cut up hot dogs.
And it was Papa Poutine.
Yeah. So I'm there, and I'm like talking to the man preparing the poutine, and like I guess I had a shirt that said Edmonton on it. He's like, "Oh, are you from Edmonton?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Edmonton." And then he started like, we kind of had like this fun little back and forth about shit talking each other's hockey teams, and it was like really cute and flirty. And then all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, fuck." And I go, what is it? And then he's just like screaming. He said, I told you not to come back. And it was just a man jerking off in La Belle Provence.
Oh.
Just full tilt, masturbating in La Belle Provence. And he just like yelled at him. And then like, you know, I took my poutine and left, as one does. The flirting was over. And then I found out
the random masturbation kind of killed the mood.
But then I found out the next day that like maybe 10 minutes after I left, like a car had just like hit it or something. All the windows had collapsed.
Oh my god.
Just apparently, and then everyone's like, yeah, that's what happens in the Belle Provence. It's a true dystopian nightmare at 2
That guy winking his dink saved your life.
He saved your life. Sometimes winking the dink ends up being
gonna have a fun little flirt.
This is my thing. I've only ever seen, like, this is another thing about gender that I think is interesting in terms of where we're at in the world. It's like, I I only ever see men randomly masturbate in public. You never see, have you seen? Because I've never seen a woman with her hands
Okay,
on her pants,
it's
but
just-
I've seen so much penis in so many hands.
Oh no, I've seen so much
the
penis.
penis.
Okay, but
no, I've seen so much.
It was once. It was only once.
Okay.
And it was with a young girl, too young to know what she was
Oh,
doing.
but that's different.
But we were doing an Edco show, and in the front row,
Yes.
it was just
Okay.
a girl
Yes.
going to town, and you're like,
Okay.
don't look at that. That's a crime.
So here's the thing.
I saw a woman at the Eaton Center once take a like a Nestle water bottle.
what is up with beverages in
Like
your
a Nestle
stories?
water bottle. She just put it on the floor, did a squat, and perfectly peed into the top of that water bottle.
Wow. I've seen a lot of women pee in public.
Yeah, that's different. I feel
Well,
like that's
she hyped it all up and did
Yeah.
it though.
Yeah. No, I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of that, but I've not seen, fully grown women, doing that in public. But I have
No.
seen, there's just way too many penises that I've seen in public of men just masturbating randomly.
Yeah.
It's, such a thing.
It's a
yeah, you
thing.
see
It's
a
a
lot
thing,
of
though.
dicks.
It's a lot of
You see a lot of dicks that are real bad.
Yeah.
That's
I was when I was 14, I was on a GO train, and I opened the bathroom on the GO train,
Oh,
and it was
no.
just a man standing there with his dick in his hand. But I was 14, and I went, "Oh, that's a bad dick." And it wasn't like I was trying to be mean. I just said it, and I hadn't seen a lot of dick in my life, but it looked like a hamster. It was just too furry.
There's a lot of men who pee near my house. They pee near my house. I live.
Oh my God.
I live at a corner,
Jesus,
and I gotta
take
walk
the
around.
wheel.
Walk around the corner, and there's a hydro box, and men like to piss on it. They like to piss on the hydro box. I'm fucking done with the pissing on the hydro box.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
fucking
that's
finished
it.
with it. So now
Oh
what
my
I
God.
do is I walk around with my phone in my hand, and every time I see it, I go, I just took a picture of your dink. I have a picture of it.
Stop winking.
Stop pissing here. And you know what? I haven't seen someone piss there in a long time. I feel like I got them all.
Yeah, you got them all.
I got them all.
This episode
And
is
it's funny
real.
because David Shore is watching, and he's asking what kind of sheltered life he lives. You know what? They're out there, man. Go find them.
find
Go
them.
to the Belfort
Go for a
Malls.
walk.
Apparently that guy's there a lot,
Yeah.
jerking off, and people are
Go
just
get
trying
some-
to get a poutine.
go
You
get
want to
some
ride the
poutine.
streetcar with me? You'll see all
Yeah,
kinds.
it'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how to segue out of that. I
mean-
feel like that's almost a you just got to be like,
can't.
that's going to be the end of the wink and the dink
Yeah,
conversation.
but we're just going to finish there and then talk about all the wonderful award-winning shows you've done at Bad Dog.
yeah, we could talk about all
also,
those.
so you've also been a part of a bunch of different shows here.
Yeah.
Man Seeking Woman, Ron James Show. Too much information.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone ever saw that, Joe.
I feel like people saw
Yeah, I
it.
think
No,
so.
I know that there were episodes that premiered at 3 a.m. on a Thursday, or 3:15 even. They had weird times.
15. Just, a little bit
Just
past
the
the
first
hour.
time the episode would air, because when you're on something, you want to find out when it's airing, because
Yeah.
all your family wants to watch it, and to have a family member go, "When's your next episode on?" and you go, "Thursday at 2:15 a.m." Your parents are like, "I love you, but fuck off." No,
Well,
absolutely not.
You were on Sunnyside.
Yes.
And I love that show.
Yeah.
I think it's re-airing because people
Is
keep
it?
stopping me about it
Oh,
on the street,
awesome.
which did not happen.
Of course
when
it's going to
originally aired.
re-air. It's got two seasons, right?
No,
One.
it's one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It
thought
was
I
season
thought
1
it-
and then season 1.5.
Yeah.
So it was 6 and then 7.
But
Oh,
you
okay.
won a Canadian Screen Award for it. You had the whole cast,
Yes.
right? The
Yeah.
amazing cast of that show.
When we won a Canadian Screen Award, what happens when you win is you go backstage, they give you a champagne, and then you walk around and then you go to this press room and the press is allowed to ask you questions. So we get our champagne and we're like, we won, everything's awesome, we feel so great. Then we go into the press room and they say, any questions for the cast of Sunnyside? Just brutal silence.
Oh, what?
Why?
Just they couldn't even fake a question, and then one of our cast members was trying to make it less uncomfortable and started trying to interview us. Made it significantly more
Oh my gosh.
uncomfortable.
How wonderful would it have been if you just stood there for 7 solid minutes in silence?
In silence? Yes.
Oh.
And then you go on further, and then they take a great portrait of you. But we're in this very weird mood where we're like, what's happening right now? Because it was just the perfect the Canadian film industry. You won, but also eat a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well,
we're going to celebrate it because that's
yes.
horseshit.
Yes. Hype to...
Hype my drinks.
Yes, Sunnyside and everyone on Sunnyside. I really dug that show.
Yeah.
So funny, so smart, such a cool hybrid of sketch and sitcom and characters coming back, and loved it.
Oh, also just the amazing crew out in Winnipeg. I can't stop talking about how great they were and how much I loved them.
We were talking about how great it was in Winnipeg, like shooting in Winnipeg.
Yeah, I
that's right,
truly
yeah.
love it, and maybe it's because growing up on the prairies, are like, this is similar. It's bitter cold and everything is so flat. So Winnipeg felt very, very similar to home for me.
Right.
Did you do the hammam while you were there?
No, I did go to
Go
the
do the
snake
hammam one.
pits,
Oh, I didn't do that.
where you watch a snake orgy.
Wow.
Just thousands of snakes.
Lots to do in Winnipeg that I wasn't aware of.
That's riding the streetcar with me.
Get
Snake
yourself-
orgy.
Wake in the dink. Talk to us about Crawford, because it's exciting. It's starting soon.
Yeah,
right?
it's it comes out. Okay, I can remember this. It
Yeah.
comes out June 14th on the CBC at 9 or 9:30, depending where you are.
Oh, right, because
Depending where you are.
Right,
okay.
I don't know when it comes out in the States yet. Sorry. But so
Probably watch
Crawford,
it online, right?
Crawford, yeah, you can
Yeah.
watch. I don't know where online, but you can watch it all. You can just stream it. If you live in Canada, you can stream the entire series now. You don't have to wait
On the CBC, right?
Yeah, on
Yeah.
CBC.ca/watch.
You should do that.
Do
Everybody
it.
should do that.
Everybody should do it.
But
Because it's a real measurable metric, so you should do
yeah,
that.
as opposed
Yeah.
to like if you don't have a Nielsen rating at your house, nobody knows if you
Yeah.
watched it. You're anonymous. But the show it's a super different show, and that's what I like about it. It's about this family with a very interesting dynamic. The parents are in an open relationship. I'm a half-sister to Kyle's character, Dawn, and then we have a brother who's adopted, and then everybody has different problems, and some of them are more normal, and some of them are straight up supernatural, such as Kyle's character, Dawn, is unsure if he's losing his mind or is able to communicate with raccoons. And it's like just something he's going through, and the parents are being blackmailed, and their open marriage is like becoming something that people are talking about, and my character has the most normal problem, but is the most upset about it. Like, everyone else is going through shit, and I'm like, ugh, my boyfriend, will he ever commit? And I'm so upset about it, and everyone else, like, Daniel's character is 17 and balding. And it's a real thing where he's being bullied at school, and he doesn't, to the point where he hasn't gone in months, and I'm like, ugh, but my boyfriend, Darren, do you think he's cheating on me? Like, it's just the most regular problem, but I'm so high-key upset about it the
Where
whole
did
time.
you shoot it?
We shot it here in Toronto.
Okay.
Just sort of out in Etobicoke, right by the IKEA.
Ooh.
Tobacoki.
I like that IKEA.
Yeah, I love IKEA's groceries.
Me too.
Their
Yeah.
vegetarian
Hey, man.
meatballs are yes.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think people give enough credit to IKEA for their food products.
I like what's the chocolate crock cake? What's it called?
I don't know.
The
Choc-
chocolate crock cake.
Oh my god, Dale, I don't know. I really
I have
don't know.
no idea what you're
If
describing.
anybody
right
can
now.
remember what the chocolate crock cake is actually
Chocolate
called,
crock
it's got a
cake.
funny name. It's like click clack a trock a clock.
Oh my god, I hope that's
I mean,
the
they
name.
all have funny
But
names.
it's
That's
spelled
what
fun,
IKEA
like it's
is.
spelled in a way that you would never expect. Like
What
Billy
is it?
Bookcase.
It's like clack or something. What is it? It's a type of chocolate bar that they've turned into a cake.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a spice, but it's got a spice to it, or no?
No.
I don't know what,
What
you're
is
talking
The point
about.
is, their groceries are great.
Go to IKEA for the showroom. Stay for the groceries. Go for the showroom.
Go to have a fight with your partner.
Yes.
Stay for the makeup.
Yeah, and the
Some kind of
fun
food.
They
like
used to give you free coffee. They don't anymore.
It's a
If you
true
have an
nightmare
IKEA
of
card.
being in there.
Oh,
Like
really?
every time I think
a
I'm
card.
If you have an IKEA card, like
Okay.
the family IKEA card,
Oh, I see. They'd give you free coffee.
they'd give you free coffee.
Oh, and now they don't.
because they're
No.
worried they're gonna throw
Yeah.
it in someone's face when you're
You're
like,
like,
"What do you mean you don't have the book cards?"
There
like
it is.
this?"
It's called Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, the cake.
Like damn, that's good
D-A-I-M.
cake.
I think it's like Dame, but I always
Okay.
call it Damn cake.
Yeah.
D-A-I-M cake.
Tarte more?
No, it's not tarte mork chocolate.
No,
Oh my
not that one?
goodness.
That's not that. No, it's Damn cake.
Damn. Like I'm not even going to. I think we should get to the
Let's
the
do
lightning
it.
round. We're
All right.
like we're good with this. This episode is really chock-a-block full.
Man, it's-
maybe it's called chock-a-block cake. Anyone?
I think
no.
this is
Great.
definitely sponsored by Eldorado Rum.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So we're gonna do the lightning round tonight. you do such great parodies.
Thank you.
You've done parodies, like straight up parodies, like Spank, which we talked about, and you've done other parodies where they're inside of your screenplays, or we've worked on some projects where there have been a few parody items. So we're just gonna name off some of the cool pop culture things you've parodied.
Neat.
Are we ready?
We are.
Here we go.
Pokemon.
Yep.
Sailor Moon,
Harry Potter.
Tinder,
Game of Thrones.
Doctor Who,
50 Shades of Grey.
The Hunger Games,
Ice Bucket Challenge.
Twilight,
Hinterland. Who's Who? Lude.
True Blood,
Nancy Drew.
The Hardy Boys,
Slapshot.
Terminator.
Orphan Black.
And that's just a sample.
I love in all of those the most obscure reference of Hinterland, Who's Who.
Okay, can I tell you that I watched that last night?
Is it? Doo-doo-doo-doo?
Yes.
Yeah, like the old Canadian
Yeah.
commercials we watched as a
If
kid.
you haven't watched this parody, so it's Hinterland Who's Who, and it's a loon.
It's truly something I did while so day drunk.
Yeah.
It's something I made.
And you can tell, but in a good way. That's what I'll say about it.
I hope that's what everyone says about all my work. Like, you
Yeah.
can tell she's been drinking, but I like
And
it.
I
I love it.
way.
It also reminded me a lot of like a thing you and Mark Andrada would connect on that video, like your senses of humor.
I feel like Mark Andrade and I
Mostly.
connect on air horns, is what you're referencing. Just like the sound of brr, 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 brr,
Yeah, if you know Mark Andrada, you know that he loves that air horn.
I love an air horn.
Get that air
so
horn.
much.
Yeah, it's really good.
I think I ended a relationship once by making air horn sounds too much at him. Every time I would burn him, I would just go brr, 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 brr. Also, there's a YouTube channel where a guy recreates songs entirely with an air horn. I was like, hey, you have to watch this Let It Go done entirely with air horns. And I'm pretty sure that's where that relationship died.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm gonna say I might be able to see how that would be possible.
Honestly, it's one of those things that it's like, it's funny, and then it's not funny, and then it gets hysterical.
Yeah.
And that's maybe my favorite kind of comedy, is where it like pushes your brain into a point where your brain's like, this doesn't make sense and I'm broken now, and I laugh. But something is irreparably damaged forever
And
because
that's-
you've broken me.
And then at that point, you think to yourself, when you're in your hysterical laugh, lay on your back. And it amplifies it by 100. It only makes
Yes.
it 10 times, like 100
Yes.
times worse.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
true, yeah. Something about the supine position.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just like,
being
boom.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
all
done.
gone.
Oh my god. I think it's,
I think
we're already
we're
at
talking
new
about-
favorite thing.
We're talking about new favorite things.
This is the thing, is like, we have way more to talk about, but we just talked so much about
Arby's. So much
Arby's
Arby's.
and Dinks and Harry Potter and the Presidia.
Oh yeah,
And
you should go and
really-
read some of her stuff with what's it called?
The Beaverton.
Beaverton. So do
Yeah.
that too.
The Beaverton, for
Because
sure.
it's very funny.
Yeah, and you can follow her on Twitter at @Alice_Moran.
Couldn't get my name without an underscore, and it
Cool, man.
haunts me.
We get it.
Yeah, I know.
And you're on Insta at Alice Moran, and you're on Facebook. You have an artist page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Check her out. She's so
Look
funny.
at that artist page.
Get
Yeah,
that
we
artist
already
page.
made it
on
Look
there.
at that
We
artist
already
page.
made it. What's our new favorite thing?
What's your new favorite thing? Well, first of all, that song we just made.
Yeah.
is
It's really
before
good.
the
I
favorite
really
thing.
liked it.
I'm gonna say my new favorite thing is a face product.
Ooh.
It's a cumin oil.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I have everyone. This is gonna be really exciting. I have hormonal acne. So you know, I get the like, as you're aging and you're a woman, your body's like, oh, I'm gonna change a whole bunch, and everything's gonna come out on your face. So I use this product, this cumin oil, and it's really helping.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like an oil. I got it at Pure and Simple.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really good. I like learned that oils when I was growing up and I had acne, it was like, don't use oil on your face. Don't put oil
Oxypads.
anywhere near your face. But the truth is, your face needs moisture, and it needs like good, needs to stay supple and
Yeah.
moisturized.
Supple.
Supple,
Your
everyone.
skin needs it.
Cumin oil, everybody. That's what I love.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
My new favorite thing, I haven't done it yet. Man, am I motivated. My new favorite thing is propagating succulents. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this week. I'm gonna get started. I got a bunch of succulents in my garden.
Jill, I'm excited.
Everything's like living, and they're all doing good. The squirrels have like fucking left them alone, which is good. I've been watching YouTube videos on how to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
this. I like
I live
this.
just down the street from this place called Succulitis or Succuterra or Succumind.
Okay, that-
Succubus?
that just does
doesn't
succubus. That
sound-
just does succulents, and I'm like, I can do this.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into this.
Yeah.
I'm into your mission.
Everybody's
the names
getting a
of this
succulent.
business, I don't know, but your mission I'm into.
Everybody's getting one. If you follow us on Patreon, you're getting a succulent.
Getting a succulent. Propagating succulents.
I don't know if you could mail them. Will they die?
I think a succulent would make it.
You could probably get like a succulent is a kind of plant that could make it.
It can make it.
I mean, you might be getting a dead succulent, but you're getting a
who wants a dead succulent?
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
What's your new favorite thing, Alice?
Oh man. Okay, so many of your friends have podcasts. So sometimes it takes you a while to like listen. I just started listening to I Hate It But I Love It, the podcast by Kat Angus and my girl, Jocelyn Getty, and I have mainlined so much of it. It's so funny, and it feels like hanging out with friends, and I love it.
Nice.
And it helps because I'm in like just last couple weeks I've been a real homebody, so to listen to the voice of friends, I'm like, it's like I've left the house, but in fact I'm still in my sweats. It's a very lovely podcast, and I highly recommend it.
Very
love it,
cool.
but love it, but I hate it.
I hate it, but I love it.
Hate it, but I love it. Okay.
Is that what she was? So I don't know Jocelyn Getty, but I follow her on Twitter. I find her hilarious.
She's
Very
super
funny.
Yeah,
talented
she's so
too.
funny. Like hype.
Insanely talented.
So much hype to Jocelyn Getty. And is that why she was watching Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip? Okay.
Yeah, I will listen to that because it's like a true fever dream to
Yeah.
listen to her describing it. And yeah, that show is a true nightmare. Like it's just the episode where they're like, oh no, maybe we ripped off a sketch. SNL rips off sketches all the time and they never think about it. But the one where like, we have to rewrite this before the West Coast feed.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Is like a true nightmare.
Yeah, it's true. Amazing. Well,
We're at the end.
I think we're at the end.
Oh, this was
It
so
goes,
quick.
it goes so quick.
It
We
does.
could sit here for a whole other hour.
And just talk about Arby's and Dinks.
Can I just add one more thing?
Yeah.
You are also wearing past hype guest Anne Purnell's.
Oh yeah,
skirt.
can I stand and do
Yeah,
this? I don't know.
Can you- I don't
Yeah,
know. We'll
this
see
is
what
like
we'll see.
there's a website called Rue 107, and they named a skirt after Anne Purnell, and it's like a traveling pants situation where it looks good on everybody. So it's the Purnell skirt, and I love it. I live for it. I look very good in it.
You do.
I've sealed a lot of deals. this skirt.
Yeah.
Anne Purnell, hype to Anne Purnell.
Back to Anne Purnell.
Woo! Alice, it was such a pleasure to have you on the
Such
show.
a pleasure. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you for
on.
being here.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody tune into Crawford
Yes.
to see Alice be awesome.
June 14th. Please
Yeah.
use the hashtag Crawford Series.
Please do. And we'll see you again soon on Hype Night, everybody. You can like our page, you can review us, tell your friends. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned to the page for details.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna do the hashtag right now.
You're doing it.
Crawford series.
Yeah, that's our hashtag.
Hey.
Thank you.